Hello, everyone. My name is Rohini Das, and I'm 17 years old, and I'm the founder and president of the STEMinist Stories.
Hi, I'm Sarah Steverson, and I'm 18 years old, and I'm the secretary of the STEMinist Stories.
Today, we'll be speaking with Haripriya, who is an upcoming grad student at the University of Pennsylvania this fall to get her master's degree. Thank you so much, Haripriya, for taking the time to speak with us and the fellow STEMinists. We're all so excited today to learn more about you. Okay, so why don't we get started by you telling us a bit about yourself?
So like Rohini told all of you, my name is Haripriya. I'm 29 years old, which makes me 10 years older than both of you. I'm a millennial. Um, I don't care too much about that, but hey, I don't know. I'm from India, and I've been working in an edtech company for the past 5 years. And like Rohini said, I'm going to be studying learning sciences and technologies, which is a master's program at the University of Pennsylvania this fall.
It's really interesting. You're from India and you're coming over here, so that's really cool. Sarah?
Okay, so let's get on to the next question, which is, how did you get interested in data analysis, and why focus on the intersection of data analysis and education?
So when I started out working for this edtech company, right, I used to make questions. I was somebody who was called a question maker. So I would make questions in science for students from grades 3 to 8, and we would get data from these tests that the kids take. So we see performances of these questions. We see what percentage of students have chosen which option. This was analysis was a very core part of what I used to do as a question maker. So I kind of got interested in data analysis through my work when I was a question maker. So then a few years later, the company I used to work for started a data science team, and it seemed like a natural thing for me to do. Like my bachelor's was in engineering, which means I had like a STEM degree, and I loved math and I liked analysis, and it was like investigating and figuring out underlying patterns in data, and all of that was really fun for me. So when the company was creating a data science team, it made sense for me to move there. Data analysis kind of happened later. Picking education as a sector where I wanted to work kind of happened first. It used to be a lot of fun because I would figure out things that I'd misunderstood as a child. I'd be making a question for a grade 5 student, and I'd be like, this is not what it is. And I'd have to learn something that I completely misunderstood all over again. It was a lot of fun.
So you said you were 29 years old. You said you have lots of work experience, 5 years of work experience. So what made you choose to suddenly decide to go back to education and further your education at grad school? And why UPenn? Why not any other school? Why United States schools in general?
So when I did my undergraduation, that was in mechanical engineering. Okay. In India, when I was kind of deciding on which degree to choose for my undergraduation, it was just you either became a doctor or you became an engineer. That's it. Those were the only options that were known to me that I could do. And I knew I definitely didn't want to become a doctor. So then the default choice was to, be an engineer. So once I got into the college and I started studying, I realized that this is not what I wanted to study at all. Like, this is completely different from what I wanted to study. I finished my undergraduation nicely. And that's when I realized that I definitely want to do a master's at some point in my life, but it has to be something that I'm really passionate about, something that I really want to learn more about. So it took me a long time. Like, it took me 5 years of working in the education industry to figure out specifically what I wanted to do a master's in. And for me, that was data. And for me, that was also learning sciences. So why UPenn? Somebody advised me when I was considering doing masters, me to sit and make a list of all the universities and all the degrees in the world, which really spoke to me. So I did that. I wrote about 50 of them down. I made a huge list. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of graduate schools of education which also offer a master's program in learning sciences, which is what I wanted to do. So that narrowed the list of 50 to, like, I think about like 5 or 6 very good places with like really good programs. 3 of which were in the US. UPenn was one of them. I got into 2 of them, and I eventually picked Penn.
It's really cool. It just shows that you don't have to follow a set path, and that's really cool. You can do whatever you want, and then you see that, oh, I don't like this, so I'll try something else, and then you finally decided that, oh, like you finally found something that you really like. So that's really cool for our
Yeah.
out there. That shows there's no set path that you have to follow. You can try different things.
Yeah, I like how thorough your research was and how you shortened your list to a couple schools and you applied to UPenn. So that leads into the next question, which is what makes you the most excited to become a master's student and attend UPenn?
I think the thing that I'm most excited about is just studying. Like, I really miss that because I'm 29. The last time I was doing intense studying was 7 years ago. And I just miss that. Like, I want to be able to meet people very different from me, people from extremely different backgrounds, but then we're all studying the same course, or maybe not, we're all studying different courses at the graduate school. So I'm excited about meeting very diverse people with very different journeys and very different thought patterns and different things that they all want to accomplish and learn from all of them. So that's another thing that I'm excited about.
That's great. You get to experience being an American student and
Hmm.
you get to be immersed in the American lifestyle and culture. So that's really exciting.
Yes,
Yeah.
that too.
So the next question is the exact opposite. It's actually what are some of the challenges that you faced while applying to grad school or Penn in general? And now that you've been accepted and you're gonna come in a couple of days, what are some things that scare you?
I'd applied to Stanford, Columbia, and Penn. I was pretty sure I was going to get into neither of them. So I think that was the biggest challenge while applying. Lots of self-doubt, right? I'm 29. Is this, like everybody applying will be way younger? Do I even have enough experience to be doing this right now? So lots of questions about, should I be doing this? Is this the right thing to do? Right now, right now I'm not really scared of anything. Like, now I know I'm coming, and I'm just excited.
Okay, so the next question is more towards focus on your lifestyle. So what do you do outside of work and school? And do you have any other hobbies or passions?
I like making food, so I'm gonna do lots of that actually. I'm very excited about cooking with new ingredients that I might not have tasted before. Yeah, I'm just really, yeah. So that's something that I like doing, and I'm super looking forward to doing it Philadelphia as well.
I love stuff baking too. Whenever I'm stressed about like school or something, I'll just start baking, and that usually calms me down because it's so therapeutic. So our next question is, what is an accomplishment of yours in the field that you're really proud of?
While I was working with this edtech company for like a month, I taught kids. And I'm just super proud of that. So these are kids from grade 7, grade 6, grade 6, 7, 8. And I taught them with another co-teacher. This course we developed called Numbers, Patterns, and Inferences. It was about data analysis. It was about introducing data analysis to kids who are super young, right? It was very interesting to see these kids come up with all of these stories, to analyze data, to figure all of these things out completely on their own, which I'm super proud of. I think what me and my co-teacher accomplished in that classroom in that 1 month.
So the last question is, what advice would you give to aspiring STEMinists as they enter the STEM field of their choice?
You will have lots of self-doubt about the field you've chosen, about a company you're going to get into, about a college you've picked, about a program, about a degree. All of this is super normal. Each and every one of us is going to go through this and will go through this in the future as well. Self-doubt, super common, unfortunately, with I think women and with girls. Um, Find yourselves like other women, other STEMinists who you can talk to about all of this, and all of you can overcome this together. You can do this. You've got this. Like, you've come this far. You can do the rest of it as well. It's never too late to do what you want to do. You can do a master's program when you're 29. You can do one when you're 65 if colleges allow you to. If they don't, then let's make that college which allows you to do that at 65, right? So it's not late to change careers. It's not late to change whatever STEM field you've picked from one to another. It's not late to decide to do something completely different from what you were doing. As long as you want to do that, that's fine. I think the biggest advice I would give to aspiring STEMinists would be to find community in other women and girls. That's really changed a lot of things for me in terms of confidence, in terms of just talking about things together and figuring out that everybody's had the same experience or like has had very similar experiences, and hearing someone else's journey, I think feels super inspiring and motivating to go ahead and do what you want to do. The last thing that I would want to say is, if you are an aspiring STEMinist, that there is a perception that women are not good at STEM, or that men are better, or that boys are better. All of that is absolute trash. So just don't listen to all of that nonsense. Just do what you want to do, study what you want to study.
Yeah, I loved every
So
single
all
piece
of
of
that.
advice you gave. And I especially like how you mentioned that at any age, you can do whatever you want. You can be 60 and get a master's degree, and I'm sure you can do other activities, whatever you want to do at whatever age, because, everyone's always young at heart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, your story is so inspirational and motivational. I mean, it was to us, and I'm sure it is to like all of the other people who will be watching this. Your entire story of coming from India to coming here to pursue your passions and switching your career paths. I think it'll make other STEMinists feel more confident, knowing that it worked out for other people. You can always just follow your passion. It's never too late, and it was amazing. Thank you so much for speaking with us today. It was great learning more about you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this was wonderful, you guys. I'm really happy to be talking to both of you. It's a lovely thing what you're doing. I'm really excited to see the other people that you're going to be talking to and learn from all of them as well. So, yay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, fellow STEMinists, that is all we have for today. If you want to see the other episodes of the STEMinist Stories with other inspiring women, please look at the description below for the link to our website, which is storiesforsteminists.org, with the 4 being the number 4. We will add all 3 of our LinkedIns down below as well.
For the next episode, we're going to be giving shout outs to 2 of our fellow STEMinists at the end. So make sure to like, subscribe, and comment to be featured in our next video.